Hello, welcome back to Findability Tip with Heather and
Natalie.
I think this is number 5.
Number 5.
Wow, the big 5.
That's right.
We're having a great time doing these, and we hope you're finding value in these, and we're going to keep on doing them.
Yeah.
I think some of our vision for moving forward is of having guest speakers come in, and maybe we'll do 2 or 3 tips with them.
Yeah.
Maybe even featuring some of the Findability Group clients and kind of what their frustration was. And today we thought we were going to focus on one of the questions I get a lot is how do you stay current in search engine marketing?
Yep.
I mean, I think that's the biggest.
Oh, sure.
The biggest thing is that people hire us because we're able to really stay in touch with what's happening with Google, what's happening with Yahoo, what's going on with social marketing. One of the things I wanted to plug, if that's okay, is the website magazine. It's a free magazine subscription. Love this magazine for a number of reasons. I've been reading it for years. Has wonderful articles from some of the most influential thought leaders in search.
Yeah.
But one thing is I recently was able to do a whole series, and I'm still doing a series of findability makeovers. And what we do is we kind of take a website owner,
right.
We feature their website, and then we kind of give them strategic points on how to really increase their findability.
Absolutely.
And I think we're on our 7th.
Oh gosh, I think we're on our 10th.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Time flies.
Yeah, we're rolling through those.
If you're interested, go to websitemagazine.com, sign up for their subscription. It's a fabulous resource.
Sure.
What are some of your favorites now?
Sure. So just before I pick up some books, one of the most up-to-date resources you can look at is Matt Cutts' blog.
Oh yeah, Matt Cutts, and that's C-U-T-T-S.
Yep.
Who's Matt?
Matt
for those who don't know.
Well, okay, so he's really famous among the 600 or so search marketers in the U.S. We all think he's great, but for everybody who's not a professional search marketer, who Matt Cutts is he's actually the keeper of the Google algorithm. Him and his team are responsible for adjusting the algorithm every couple of weeks to really make sure it stays current.
And keeps the spammers out.
Right.
I mean, Matt is always talking about that, and we don't want to paraphrase him, but he has a blog. If you just Google Matt Cutt blog, unless you know the URL, Natalie.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but you can subscribe to his RSS feed,
yeah.
and you'll get his emails.
Absolutely.
And he's definitely the guy at Google. I bet they have a huge life insurance policy on that guy.
Gotta be tremendous.
What's really funny about Matt Cutts is that you'll see him at like Search Engine Strategies is one of the bigger conferences, and you'll see these groupies, and they'll just kind of follow him around the conference. And the funny thing is that, I've heard a lot of people say, if I could just get Matt drunk at a Search Engine Strategies, he would tell me all of the silver bullet, right?
Yeah.
Well, Matt doesn't drink, so don't try to buy him a drink. But he is the nicest guy you could possibly imagine. So you might want to check out him and follow him.
Sure. So, first one I've got here is Made to Stick by Chip Heath, and Dan Heath. The reason I really like this book and why it seems a little weird that we're talking about search engine marketing in a book called Made to Stick that's not specifically about search engine marketing is when it comes to optimizing content on a website, writing content for social media, and this is something that Matt Cutts hammers over and over, it's about your consumer first.
Right, content first.
Right, you always want to write for customer experience first. So this book is really good about writing content that really sticks in your consumers' minds, that they're interested in, that they want to read, that really gives them the experience they're looking for first, because that's what the Google algorithm's intended to do.
Well, they're always talking about what's the stickiness of your website, which is a really overused phrase, by the way, but it really speaks to, are you offering great value on your site, and what are you giving them once they get there? If your website looks like a brochure, it's probably not being read.
Right. Well, and this is also, in terms of looking at the stickiness of your website, my background is in research, so I'm always looking at how do you measure that. Google Analytics. It's free to put on your website. That's how you can measure how sticky your website is. How long are people spending on each of your pages? How many pages in are they going? So that's also a great tool, Google Analytics. You can put the code, it's free on each page of your website. That gives some great tracking.
This is one of my favorite books, and actually I had the great opportunity to meet Joel Comm, and that's Joel, Joelcomm. I saw him speak at a National Speakers Association conference last year. Wonderful speaker. This is a really cool book. It's called Twitter Power, and it really walks you through all the basic elementary strategies for the do's and don'ts on Twitter. Great resource. I believe he's coming out with another book, but I think that this is a great, easy read, a nice big type, which is great, and it gives you screenshots and all kinds of great resources. And I'd like to, as we continue this series, continue to give you the books and the resources that we source every day to stay on the cutting edge of search engine marketing. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to post comments on the blog, and we'll see you next time on Findability Tips.